Hey everyone, wanted to do a quick video today. I want to talk about silver, the silver price, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, and Osama bin Laden, and how this is all going to tie into a nice big market drop / terrorist attack here in the very, very, very near future, in my opinion. Everybody knows, and it's all over the news, that silver's getting hammered. In my opinion, at this point, they're talking about silver getting hammered because they don't want people running to silver. They want everybody to ride their dollar bills into the ground. They don't want them to protect their wealth. So anyway, I made a couple comments last night, and some people came out, because they said, well, Gainesville Coins had such a great deal in silver. Because I wanted to point out, and it is Monday morning here. We're looking at $46.75 at this point in time for silver. It's gone back up from the lows of $44 and something last night. Basically, APMEX stayed within the 51, got down to around $51 a coin last night. Right now, they're about $54. Technically, most people are going to be buying right here at the credit card price of $55.40, and so you're looking at almost $10 per coin for an American Eagle. The Gainesville guys last night, in my opinion, it was a computer that automatically made the calls, but I don't know. I'm just guessing. But today, your typical purchase will be a credit card purchase unless you're buying a large amount. I believe it's $2,000 worth of stuff here to get that price. So you're looking at $54. Last night, Gainesville was down into the $46, $47 range. Obviously, they've gotten to work today and they've upped that amount. And so, even though silver is supposedly getting killed, you still can't buy silver any cheaper. You had a small window last night at Gainesville Coins if you had money to buy. And, I think a lot of people might have been afraid to buy. A few of the gurus definitely might have bought some coin. But I think a lot of people were afraid today it was going to come out and drop another $5-10 or be mid-30s or something. But, the manipulation's in. It is what it is. If you got the physical stuff, hold it. I suppose if you got paper, you need to be trading it like it was just a manipulated stock. And so it is what it is. With that said, I want to change gears and head back over here to our good buddy Osama bin Laden, who was allegedly nicely killed this weekend. A couple weeks ago, Donald Trump came out and started screaming for birth certificate. And in my opinion at the time, it was all a ruse and that there was something bigger at play here. And understand, as tidy as this whole bin Laden thing is this is definitely one big script, one big Hollywood script that's been in the works for full effect. Now, I've been hearing a lot of these gurus talk about that they don't see the markets being able to hold up past June, July. Guys like Martin Armstrong have been talking about mid-June. You got that guy Rupert saying that everybody he talks to is saying mid-July. And so either way, you got this window in there, mid-June, mid-July, that all hell's supposed to break loose on the financial side. We're seeing bad GDP numbers. Silver manipulation is starting to ramp up. A lot of bad stuff. They're saying now we're going to see $6 gas by the beginning of summer. And $6 gas is devastating. I paid $4.25 this weekend for my Volkswagen Passat, which gets very good gas mileage, $55 to fill that tank. It holds more than your average 10-gallon tank. It's like 12 gallons. But, $55, you've got to be kidding me. And at $6 a gallon, I can add another $20 bill on top of that. That's insane. We're not going to be driving anywhere. I can tell you that for sure. But anyway, back to my subject here. Then we have Donald Trump coming in here. And Donald Trump sounds great. American people want to hear this no-nonsense, down-your-throat reality that this guy gives. But it was all fluff and cover, but it just sounded like a lot of bravado. And so anyway, here comes Barack Obama, releases, in my opinion, the most purposely faked video, or not video, but document on his birth certificate that you could possibly do. And let's just be honest, the White House isn't stupid enough to release a document that anybody with Adobe Illustrator could go pick apart and show how faked it was. Nobody's that stupid. They would have printed it out on pretty paper, rescanned it, and sent it out as a straight PDF without the ability of people to take that document apart. They did it on purpose. The question is why. My personal opinion today, after what came out on the news last night, is the fact that they wanted to see how stupid America was. Are they still asleep? Let's throw out a ridiculous birth certificate because it's all or nothing. We're throwing it on the table. This is the White House speaking, of course. And the people bought it. People would fight that birth certificate to the death, even though they haven't even looked at or even opened their mind to seeing up how it was real and what people are saying. Instead, it's birthers are racist. Birthers are racist. You know, it's a birther. I mean, come on. I don't give a crap, but I'm not a birther, but I don't believe the guy is who he says he is. I mean, he is the true Manchurian candidate. I mean, any country that elects a guy who's used different aliases, admitted different aliases throughout his life, why would you ever elect somebody like that? I mean, what a bunch of idiots. You know, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. I'm neither. I think it's all a rigged game. We're being played, you know, it's left hand, right hand. And but anyway, and so we come out during Donald Trump's Celebrity Apprentice last night, and what do? They roll out Osama bin Laden, just like people said they would. It would be perfect political cover. It's coming at a time that is going to be politically necessary, and in my opinion, it is going to be the cover for the next terrorist attack that will be there because the market has to be knocked down. And it's all going to be one nice, pretty little Hollywood movie script with a nice big red bow on top. The people who are going to suffer are you and me and our families and the history and the future, or not the history, but the future of our so-called country. And so understand right now why these people are running around waving flags. And believe me, the people at the front of those lines waving the biggest flags, they're paid to be there and wave those big flags. Understand that. But I mean, you can read the articles and listen and read the comments. It's pretty much unanimous that people have bought this hook, line, and sinker. Buried at sea. You know, I mean, you got to be kidding me. You catch the biggest murderer in the world, supposedly, who did the biggest, worst crime, and you're going to just throw him and bury him at sea because you want to respect the Islamic religion? I mean, come on. If this guy was truly a murderer, do you think the Islamic people would not want to see his body laid out and so they could see for a fact that he was gone? You know, I mean, if you believe this Osama bin Laden story, then you're in big trouble. But just in closing, everybody needs to get their ass to the grocery store and get as much stuff as you can, because understand this, when this attack/market smackdown happens, I am completely convinced that you will not be able to use your credit cards and your debit cards. Cash will be king, and maybe you won't even be able to use cash. You know, who knows? But I'll tell you this, you'd better get what you need now, because we are being played, and the worst, cheesiest B Hollywood script you could imagine was played on us in the last couple of weeks. And if you want to think of a time when this could happen, I'll tell you what. There's a very patriotic holiday coming up between the middle of June and the middle of July, where all these economists are saying that we could see some very big trouble in the economy, and it's called the 4th of July. And I'll tell you what, I would be really leery of getting around big crowds on the 4th of July, because it would just be the perfect cover for an Al-Qaeda retaliation on the United States of America for killing their beloved savior. And so I'll tell you what, I hope what I'm saying today doesn't ring true, but I'll tell you what, in the last 4 years, my so-called delusions have turned out to be pretty much on the money. The people I listen to have been pretty much on the money. And look, I love having $50 silver, but I would take $4 silver if we could go back to the 1980s. Believe me, I would go in a second. I wish it were possible. There's going to be a lot of pain we're going to go through. And the evil we're about to see and the death and destruction on our own streets, I'm afraid is getting very, very close. And so, I mean, you can laugh me off. You can call me a conspiracy theorist or what. But you'd better sit down and look at the details of all this baloney that's being played on you and think maybe should you take some precautions. So with that said, I wish you all good luck.